What up, world? What's going on with you? You know, it's your boy Easy Bluegrass. This is Easy Access Live on a weekly basis. I'm going to give you a rundown of what I call hell no news. That's news that you look at and you go, hell no. Are they serious? Can you even believe it? We're trying to break the monotony of what you hear all the time. We're not talking about Trump or none of that stuff. Just news that doesn't land on your phone when you go and do your thing, when you're in your social media world. Now, we're starting off with Eastern Europe, okay? You know, in Europe, they do a lot of things behind the curve, whether it's pop culture or all type of media. Well, it's not this. It's pretty much the same thing when it comes to world issues. They are combining things that we've done, like the war on drugs, as well as saving endangered species, and they combined it in their latest news. Did you know that there's a drug problem, that they have rivers in Eastern Europe that's so drug polluted that it's making the eel species coming critical and endangered species? Can you believe that? Eels of all things. First of all, let's rewind back. They got so much drugs, they are dumping it in rivers that they are killing their eel situation. So let's talk about that. One, why is their drug police better than our police to the point that they're getting so much stuff dumped into the river? So we can go ahead and review that. And so obviously they doing something that our police ain't doing, because all our drugs ain't getting dumped. And if it's getting dumped, it's not all getting dumped in the same river. And if a river's big and it takes a 37-mile journey to make, because you know how they kind of like the salmon in Alaska. It's a long trip. It's a long journey for them to make and go from one spot to another. So if it's 3,700 miles, how come only the eels are getting high on this coast? What about all the rest of the animals in this river? This is some crackhead eels in Europe that we need to know about. And how can we get our rivers to do the same thing? Because we don't have a cocaine problem like they have, obviously. We got kind of a meth problem. So if this was happening in southern Indiana with all the eels in the Ohio River get copped up on meth, would that affect Joe's Crab Shack? Would that affect your eel dinner or whatever? If so, can we get the catfish to be a little bit better at Mike Lennon's in Louisville? I say we start dumping in West Louisville. Maybe it can have a residual effect or whatever on our food chain. But apparently, it's keeping these eels from maturing sexually. So you got a bunch of high preteen eels that's not growing up, swimming around in East Europe, clogging up all their river canals, and it's becoming a problem. And that sounds more funny than dangerous to me. There's things I like to laugh at, and I just like to picture that happening here in Louisville. No, we got that heroin problem. Can you imagine a bunch of high catfish? Bunch of high catfish not even trying to get away, not even getting big and juicy. They have all the catfish getting skinny. Can you imagine what your cod sandwich would look like at Captain Quarters if we had the same drug problem in our rivers? So that's something you might want to think of. Now, here's the second news story that tripped me out. Did you hear here in Kentucky, there's a 30-year-old man that refused to leave or move, matter of fact, refused to get put out of his parents' house. They had to take him to court. And dig this. He fought back. He actually had a case. He presented it to the courts and fought back. So first of all, how does it get that bad? How does it go on that long? And most importantly, where's your pride? I know 10-year-olds, if their mom made them do the dishes, they'll walk up out that damn house and never look back because they mom made, I know 10, 13, I know a few 13-year-olds, if they was made to cut grass twice in 1 week, they'll just say, the hell with this whole family and walk out. But this dude has been living for over 30 years with his parents, and he's never worked nor a job or even considered moving out until this time. And you should hear this guy's defense. Check out his defense. Roll camera. I want to see his footage. Check out this guy's actual defense.
Yeah, but let me just understand, because I hear you and your parents giving you notices, the fact that you were on national television talking about moving out of your parents' house. You tell me you want to move out of your parents' house. Why don't you just move out of your parents' house?
He looked like he'd be an engineer
tomorrow.
in Jesus. Look at him.
I don't have the means to do that tomorrow.
Okay.
So,
do you have a job?
no.
Hell no, I
Are
don't.
you trying to get a job? Because I read that one of the things your parents asked of you, there are jobs available even for those with a poor work history like you. Get one, you have to work. Are you working on that?
Is video games
I
a job?
I have plans to be able to provide myself with the income I need to support myself, but it's not something that's going to come together tomorrow. So I'm trying to do what's best for me, and
Yeah.
I do want to leave, and I want to leave as soon as possible. But
Really?
it's not tomorrow. I don't think it should have to be tomorrow, and
Well, you want it
and
to be
that's-
tomorrow. It just isn't tomorrow because you don't have the means
Right.
yet to make it tomorrow. Here's the next thing.
Right.
I mean,
My question is, well, she should have asked him, do you have a girlfriend? Have you ever hugged a girl, kissed a girl? What's he doing for that? Because all humans, all men, eventually at some time, need to be around women. How does he conquer that demon right there? That's the real question. But you're looking at a dude that ain't even thought about having a job. Think about it. What was your first job? You mean no Kentucky Kingdom or nothing? No nothing, no Kroger's. You ain't never collected no baskets. You ain't never rung a bell in front of Walmart. He ain't cut grass. Nothing. No job history. And he's 30. And when she hit him with that question, it's like he's never been asked that before. Well, I definitely have plans to support myself. She shouldn't be like, what? What's the plan? Let me in on it. What's the secret? That's what I want to know. But it kills me, how did it last that long? So I would love for them to interview the parents. Like, what the hell was y'all doing for these last 30 to let him slide through the cracks? The hell sliding through the cracks. He is the crack. But I almost admire him because he's a genius, man. He got 30 years of rent-free life, and they just now getting on him. So I almost got to applaud him for the efforts, man. I swear. He like Jesus. If Jesus was a chemical engineer, he would look dead like dude right there. It kind of blows my mind. And last but not least, you're not even going to take me seriously when I tell you what this last story is. There is a famous sex robot that now refuses sex if she's not in the mood. So dig this. First of all, if you ever lived in a cave, there's a new trend now with sex dolls, and I'm learning sex robots, okay? So obviously, if the thick, curvy sex doll wasn't enough for you, somebody put AI, artificial intelligence, in it, which can be cool, because who wants a little dummy just laying there? Well, some people do, but all right, they wanted to interact with you. So if you're the type of person who has to get a sex doll or a sex robot, obviously you're not good at dealing with the opposite sex of real-life humans. So obviously, you want to be able to win. You haven't been winning lately, so you had to take science into your own hand and guarantee your wins. Who was the demonic jerk who took the wins away? They created this so you could stay above 500, so you could make it to the playoffs every single night with your sex robot. And someone took that away from you. Someone took the cheat code. A sex robot is your cheat code. So now the robots be like, no, not in the mood. Like, no. You need to wash it off first. Nah. Shave it first. Nah. I want you to kiss her first. You mean to tell me you're going to go through the same stuff you would go through if you had a woman? It's a huge waste of money. Somebody need to rethink at it. Whoever put that switch or put that mode on there can't be American. Can't be heterosexual. Can't be a man. Whoever put that switch on there, I don't know. Day one at the sex robot plant when they having their board meetings and they discussing what we going to do for the 2018 robots. Whoever raised their hand and said, I know. We're going to put a hell no switch on that. I'm not in the mood. Somebody should have whooped their ass. They should have been drugged. They should have been taken out that meeting off their feet with a gag in their mouth. That's probably the worst idea I've ever heard in product reproduction history. I don't know who thought of it, but that was genius. I just would love to be in the room when someone raised their hand just to be like, are you serious? So that completes my all hell no news. I swear it's how we're going to keep it coming at you, taking you away from the monotony, not the same old stories, not the same old celebs, just news you may not have heard. And when you do get in the lands of your lap, you're going to say, oh, hell no.